Kenny Porter believes Jaron Boots Ennis would beat Errol Spence Jr. but lose to Terence Bud Crawford. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Cardinal Red Sports. Let's talk about it. Alright, so legendary trainer Kenny Porter, father of Shawn Porter, former welterweight champion, recently was interviewed and he spoke about Jaron Boots Ennis, and he said that he believes Jaron Boots Ennis could give Terence Bud Crawford more of a run for his money than he thinks he could give Errol Spence Jr. And I wanted to get my thoughts on that. So, do I believe that? Let's dive into this article a little bit. Kenny Porter has an eye for talent. The father and coach who preceded over the career of former welterweight champion Shawn Porter has also trained dozens of Olympic hopefuls for the U.S. boxing team throughout the years. Jaron Ennis, 30-0, 27 KOs, is one of the most touted prospects of this decade, who is now a can't-miss contender. And if you ask Porter, the Philadelphia fighter has all the intangibles to be a prolific champion himself for years to come. He's a dynamic fighter, Porter told KO Artist Sports. I still think Boots needs a few more fights to get to the level, but he's right there at that level. He's pretty much, in my eyes, unbeatable. Wow. You know, I don't know about the unbeatable part. I think if you put him in there with certain fighters, they might give him trouble. I mean, he just had a little bit of trouble with his past fight. There was never a point in that fight where I felt like he was going to lose. It just kind of made his skill sets not seem as high as people might have thought, because he had to chase his opponent around the ring for so long. But take nothing away from Boots' performance, because he still pretty much won every round. Is he unbeatable? You know, I think we got to see just a little bit more from Boots. That's why I wanted that little bit better competition level from him when it comes to Errol Spence and Terence Crawford. You want to see those young guys get to take on the champions or the top dogs at any weight class. But we're probably not going to see that fight. But if we were to see those fights, I definitely agree with Kenny Porter. I think Errol Spence is a different type of matchup. His body type presents a problem for anybody at 147. And when it comes to Crawford, I think Crawford, his downfall is nobody knows if he can take a punch, and can he rise to the same level of someone on his level? You know, can he rise above that? Because we haven't really seen him in the ring with a lot of fighters that are actually on his level. So let me move on. Porter credited the 25-year-old Ennis for the team he has around him, featuring father head trainer Bozy, as well as Fred and Diedrich, both whom were former fighters. The kid is really, really great, and his lineage, he was born and raised on this, said Porter. So yeah, he's got a great thing going. Porter opened on how he envisions an Ennis fight playing out against the top two stars of the division. I can see him getting that victory against Crawford. Spence is a tough fight for him. That's a bigger man on fight night. A much different style in terms of strength and in terms of size difference. Earl presents much more of a problem than Terence Crawford does. That one I'm on the fence with. If they were fighting today, I say Earl beats Ennis, but they're not fighting today. Porter, however, does not envision a Spence fight with Ennis taking place anytime soon. No, Spence is not going to fight Ennis. I'm dropping the mic on that one. Porter told Fight Hype in a separate interview he's not going to fight him. Earl is at a level where he can make some decisions that Jaron can't make. And, you know, I totally agree there. I think that in boxing, the more time you have in, the more decisions you get to make. Even though I think when you sign with a promoter, a lot of times the promoter's making more of the decisions than the fighter is. But Earl has more of a say-so in his own career, even with a promoter, than Jaron would. Jaron kind of got to take what he can get, because his popularity can't sell fights for him yet. Once your popularity can sell fights for you, kind of carry your own career at that point, even if you're independent or have a promoter. As you can see, Terence Crawford still made a lot of money. Nobody tuned in. Doesn't have a promoter, but he was able to finagle his way into a good deal because he is actually popular. Even though he didn't sell well, his name still rings bells. He can sell out an arena, so people were able to at least recoup their money. And the same goes for Errol. Errol can more command his career. He's got 3 titles, has had the best welterweight career of anybody in the division up until this point, and he's one of the top dogs on PBC, so it's not like Al Heyman is going to try to use him to get what he wants. He's going to try to work with Errol Spence than to try to use him, I think. Even though I think the Keith Thurman fight is a little bit of both. And then Jaron Ennis, he's more to the point where he needs one of those fights to get him over the hump. A Spence or a Crawford fight would have easily done that, but I seriously doubt we're ever going to get that, especially with what's going on now. I think that Errol Spence is headed into the Thurman fight and then his last welterweight fight, and you'll probably never see him as a welterweight ever again. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that down in the comment section below. Hit that like button for me. Share. Subscribe. Holler at me on all social media platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. More than likely to get a response on the tube, so holler at me over there. Hit my Gmail if you want to collab. flockacards@gmail.com. We are out of here.
Flow sick when I flow quick, better go get your whole click. Spot, that's who you rolling with. I done told the chick, you don't want to have to hold your lip, so hold your lip. Now roll your hips, spotless team, coldest click, roll that shit, blow that shit. Keep that nigga with the gold that spit off the chain, tossing flames, caution dames, let her know. Can't put a chick on a pedestal. Don't think niggas is ready for who it be. Lewis Keys, take a chick and bruise her knees. Guarantee you lose to me. Niggas ain't confusing me. Just keep it real with me. I get the feel with me. I'm looking real spiffy. Kicks worth about $1.60. Back in the day, I used to stay low. They used to pass the blunt. I used to say no. But now I'm smoking reefer. And now I'm drinking liquor. And now I'm in the telly. And now I'm taking pictures. We got them millimeters. We got them VHS's. So when we zoom in, you can see they my niggas. What? 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 My niggas, the ladies, 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 the ladies. Sick with the freestyle, call them the Green Mile. Getting money for blocks. What y'all think about me now? Gotta keep my head in the clouds.